that is recording. All right, hit that red record button. It's recording, let's go. I'm trying to like see if I can use this as my everything. Like I left that DJI Osmo Pocket at home. I only brought the mic, and I'm recording the audio straight to the mic, and then I'll sync it later in post. Yeah, all right, let's go. Well, this looks like a lot of shit to carry, so I don't think I can handle that for too long. It's got you in the photo. Yeah, it could be heavy for a while. If I was doing like a lot of filming, I want the DJI out here, but if I'm not doing a lot of filming, I want to see if like this will get by for a little vlogging, but also like be this one camera to rule them all. It's kind of heavy already though, I'll be honest with you. So let's get to it, because this is too hard to hold. And I'm tired of holding it already. Okay. We are in a noisy environment. I'm testing the mics on this camera out while I eat and have a cerveza. I'm gonna back it up with this mic right here, so let me turn this on. It's so hard. I know, I'm so mad. All right, now this is on. Hopefully it's gonna sound a lot better than that, but I wanted to film both so you can see how both sound. I'm at 2.5 on the 40mm f2.5G. It sounds okay. I mean, it looks okay, rather. We'll see. We'll try these dumplings out from Love Bite. What do you think? What did you think of them? You said they were okay?
Yeah, they taste fresh. It's not particularly wow.
They're okay. They're okay, but let me stop so I can eat. How does the mic sound? That's all I'm trying to figure out. How does this mic sound? How does this mic sound? What's the difference? That was it. Let me get back to you. All right, hello everyone. Welcome back to the studio. And if this is your first time here, welcome to the channel. I've been out and about with the brand new to me Sony a7cii II. I've been vlogging, filming, playing around with Cinetone, snapping some photos, and I just want to give you my initial impressions on what I think about the camera as a whole. Let's start with the features and the things that I like about the camera. And the first off, we're going to talk about is the obvious, the size. This thing is, for a full frame camera, it's the size of an APS-C body. It's the size of the a6600. It's about the size of the Fuji X-T5. And it's incredible. It's super compact, but you're not sacrificing quality. We're talking 33 megapixels, full frame sensor, which will meet most everyone's needs. And then there's the in-body image stabilization, which is a must-have for me. The shutter guard's nice, so that when I take off the lens, I have the shutter protected. The shutter guard's nice for me for protecting the sensor when I change lenses out. And of course, you know, the ability to shoot in S-Log, Cinetone, which I've playing around with, and I'm still getting used to grading that footage, is been quite nice. The product review mode's another thing that's super handy, so that unlike when I just try to show you the sensor guard and the camera wouldn't focus, product review mode is going to focus quite easily. Then there's, you know, video modes, the S and Q modes. There's really so much more to talk about, but those are the things that stood out to me during my initial testing. Was that it's a highly capable 33 megapixel full frame sensor with IBIS. It's got weather sealing, small, great button placement. It's got two wheels back here. It's got the front wheel here. It still maintains the clicky, but also rotating back D-pad. It's a great system. It feels very good build quality wise, the ergonomics. It feels like a solidly built device, which we come to expect from Sony, let's be honest, but we still want to talk about it. All right, so now let's talk about the things that I wish were a little bit better, or some of the things that I don't like. And the biggest one is this single card slot here. It's on the side. single card slot, single card SD slot. I really wish this thing had dual SD card slots for redundancy, so I could put my RAW files on one card slot and my JPEGs on the other. But let's be honest, I'm not shooting much JPEG with Sony. The JPEGs just aren't there for me. So I'm probably going to be shooting mostly RAW anyhow. But still, I wish I had that second card slot for backup redundancy, and it does not. So something I wanted to tell you guys about. And since the RAW files require so much massaging to get the desired look, I'm pretty much going to shoot only RAW, but I still want that second card slot, like I said. And while we're talking about that, I finally got my preset dialed in this weekend for Sony. So there's that. I might put that preset on my new website. Oh, another one, by the way. I built a brand new website, wesleystreetshots.com. Check it out. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know how I can make it better. I love the feedback. All right, getting back to the story at hand, which is this bad boy. I did notice, and you probably did too, in the beginning of the video, that the stabilization is not good for vlogging. This isn't a ZVE1, I know, but I was hoping it's not good enough for run and gun use. It's really not. I'm going to stick to the DJI Osmo Pocket 3 or the Action 4 for that. And I also noticed it got a bit warm with extended use when I was shooting in log. So something to keep in mind. I haven't had any issues with it overheating, but it did get a little bit warm. And going further into that vlogging, I did notice that the internal mics were pretty decent, actually. They weren't too bad for internal mics. Now, as soon as I connected my DJI mic and used that 32-bit audio from it isolated my voice a lot better and it sounded a little more robust. So now let's talk about the ergonomics and the handling. And like I talked about a little bit already, this thing is very comfortable to hold. My finger does come off the side, the bottom a little bit here, but it's not that big of a deal. And with a lens like this 40 millimeter G f2.5 lens, super light, and you take off this hood and it makes it even smaller. I just put the hood on because why not? The buttons, like I said, are easy to reach. The build quality is solid. It is pretty damn good when it comes to that. All right, I like digressing, and I'm sorry. I know you guys say it's too wordy. It's too wordy. This is who I am. That unsubscribe. I'm just kidding. Don't do that. Don't do that. Subscribe. Do it right now. Big question. Am I keeping this camera? Am I going to continue evaluating it? And the answer is yes, absolutely. It's I think it's a keeper. I'm currently filming today, like I said, on the a7R5. I got the 35mm f1.4 G Master. Lots of focus breathing. We're going to figure that out. It's not really meant to be a video lens, but I am testing it today because I wanted to see what it looked like. And, one of the main reasons I like the a7cii as an option is because it uses the same lenses. I could even put this 35mm G Master on here. Will I? No, probably not. But I can. For the most part, this is going to be, the a7R5 is going to be my main workhorse. And this is going to be for B-roll, or a dedicated video camera when I'm using the a7R5 61 megapixel sensor for photo. This is going to be that because it shoots the same video and it looks the same, and it's going to be easier to grade because it looks the same. And that is another reason why I am picking this up as an option to be my travel / B-roll / video camera when I need 2 cameras / second photo camera when I shoot a wedding and I need 2 photo cameras. This might be my secondary camera for that. I did actually recently use the a7R5 with the Tamron 28-75 to shoot my buddy's live performance, and I realized that I needed another body, as I said, for a B-roll, photo, and video hybrid option, and that's why I picked up the a7C II. I only want to buy cameras. Let me just go off script here for a second. I only want to buy cameras when I need them, and if I have a need, what's that in the shot? Sorry guys, that's been in the shot for a while, and I'm not going to re-record that. You'll deal with it. My bad. Oh God. I said on a previous video, I'm not gonna buy another body unless I have a real need for it. And I know it didn't take long, but I know I get paid to do this sometimes, but these YouTube videos and things I do for my friends, those are not paid gigs. But I still want to do the very best that I can possibly do. And in some cases, you need to have two bodies if you want to do a long form filming of, say, someone's concert, but also shoot B-roll like I did with the DJI Osmo Pocket 3 and the a7R5 as a combo. You can do it better when you have two full frame sensors that have the same look on the video. I shot his concert. I shot his live performance with the DJI in log, and I also shot in log with the Sony, and then I had to grade them both to make them look as similar as possible. And it was a lot more. It would not, I would say, a lot more difficult, but it was definitely more difficult than it would have been had I had two, S-Log 3 shots and not one in D-Log and one in S-Log. But I'm only gonna buy stuff that I need when I need it. I'm not gonna try to go into that fanboy nonsense and buy a bunch of shit I don't need just to go turn around and sell it because I don't need it. Oh goodness. All right, final thoughts. Let me get into final thoughts. I'm just rambling like I love to do. Like I said, I didn't spend a lot of time grading the footage, but what I did notice that is it's not as straightforward to grade that as the studio S-Log footage is. That being said, I also realized that the Black Pro Mist that I had on here, that I no longer have on here right now, can be a bit too much for video, especially when it's bright, and honestly a bit too much for photos at times. So took it off. I am going to use it sparingly. I honestly can't believe, and I know I'm going to go off script again, I honestly can't believe that I let nostalgia drive my purchase decisions for so long. I mean, the a7R5, the a7C2, they're just beasts. My first real camera was an a7R2, and I made some fantastic photos with that. I shot product photography, food photography, portraits, and some of my favorite shots I've ever shot was with that camera. And then I left and wanted to go to Fuji because that's where all the street photographers are doing. And I went to Nikon because that's the wedding photographers that I follow on YouTube are doing. But it doesn't matter, guys. All of these cameras are great. I've said it a million times. But these Sonys tend to deliver when it matters most. And after missing shots in Panama, I haven't missed a single shot, to be honest with you. Now, the autofocus isn't magic. But when it matters, I can trust these cameras, and I know I can. And so I really feel like the a7C is going to be a staple in my bag for years to come. But we'll see. All right, that's it for this one. Let me know in the comments what your impressions are if you have one, what you want to see me test. I have a long way to go before I can give you a full review, so stay tuned. Hit the subscribe button, the like button, do the YouTube things, help the algorithm, help this channel grow. I really appreciate it. See you later. Peace.